Mrs. Greer, and I'm the guidance counselor here at Astral Drive Junior High. I know that you haven't been in school for the past few months, and so in order to kind of get you used to the idea of junior high, I've created a video today that's going to take you on a tour. And this is just to kind of calm a little bit of your worry down, because we know junior high is a big transition. And we normally would have done this in person. So I'm going to show you around our school, hopefully answer some of your questions, and we really look forward to meeting you whenever we come back together. So come on in. So this is our main foyer. We have two key entrances that lead into the building, and our building is kind of shaped in two parts, if you want to kind of think about it that way. The first part is the main office, and you can gesture there. So the main office is where the principal, vice principal, secretary, and any kind of big meetings, anything that you need like first aid, there's a phone there that's central, and that's where you would kind of go for any information that you might need. This part of the building, as we move downward, is where almost all of our classrooms are housed. This is our library, and across the hall you'll find our learning center. If you follow me this way, as we head down the hallway, you're going to see our guidance office and our resource classrooms. I'll lead you that way. Right here in this glass office is our guidance room. And you can go inside here. This is where you will find me, the guidance counselor, and any other mental health practitioner that's part of our school mental health team. Across the hall, in these classrooms right here, are our resource rooms. Our classrooms are located all along these halls, and it's the same upstairs. We have 2 levels of classrooms. These, as you know, are lockers, and I know a lot of you have some anxiety about locks and lockers. So to calm that, I want to assure you that our grade 7 teachers will spend a huge amount of time with you in the first week or so, especially on that first day, going over the combination lock, giving you a combination lock and a locker so that you can set it up and have it all ready to go. You'll practice this 5 times a day. So when you come in the morning, before break and after break, before lunch and after lunch, and then at the end of the day, so actually 6 times a day, you're going to practice this combination so many times. So don't worry if you're having trouble or worried about getting that combination. The first few weeks we understand that this is a new style of organizing, and we're pretty flexible with our students. So our normal procedure for first day is that you get called to the gym, grade 7s. So you'll be standing outside, seeing friends, and then you will get called to the gym. We're not sure what that's going to look like this fall or how that'll go, but it's important that you recognize you don't need to know where to go on that first day. You just need to know how to get to the gym, which I'll show you in a few minutes. When you're in the gym, the principal and vice principal will speak to you a little bit and welcome you, and then we will get called in a class. Your name will get called for your class. It might be 701, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And so you get called, and these are the kids that you're going to travel with for the rest of the year. So you'll move from class to class to class with those students. It's really important to note too that the organization changes in junior high. So in junior high, it's good to have 2 binders. This is what a lot of the teachers tell me. So a binder for math, science, and health, and another binder for French, English, and social studies, or however your teachers like to do it. But we notice as teachers that the really big binders, you know, the ones that zip up, tend to be hard to organize. So 2 is usually kind of a good thing if you can do that. 2 zippy binders that are a little smaller is easier to keep you organized. Grade 7s, one really important thing to keep in mind is that in order to get to know our school and get to know each other, it's really great to get involved. We have so many teams and so many clubs here at Astral Drive Junior High. So we want you to listen to the announcements every morning, join up for things, and get to know people who have interests that are like yours. If you want to create a club, that's awesome too. We've had a few students take initiative and say, can we have a Dungeons and Dragons club, or can we have an anime club? Can we have a drama club? And that's amazing. And we get that going, and now they are big, thriving groups. So if you have a club in mind that you think, that'd be kind of fun to have at school, we're really open to that. So getting involved is key. Another key thing I want to talk about is lunch times. This is a big question for a lot of students. What do we do at lunch and where do we go? So there are 5 options for lunchtime. You can go outside if the weather's permitting. You can go into our lunchroom to eat after the cafeteria, which I'll show you in a moment. So you can get your food at the cafeteria and kind of go into one of our lunch rooms to eat. You can go into a teacher's classroom with their permission and kind of work on some things or get some extra help. And then you can go to either the library, the guidance outer office, or a club that is going on in a teacher's classroom. So there's lots of things to do at lunch, but a lot of kids ask that question. Also too, if you live close and you want to go home, you can go home for lunch as well. So we have kind of a lot of things going on here at our school. It's a pretty busy place. But when kids ask me, how do I get to know other kids like me? The key thing to do is to get involved and join up with activities that you are really interested in. So this half of our building on the other side of the main office is kind of considered like a specialty wing. So down here we have our band classrooms, our cafeteria, our gymnasium, and our arts courses. So our art room, tech ed room, and woodshop room. So there's a lot of things kind of happening here that you will come down to this area about 4 or 5 times a week for classes and things that you might have. Whereas the other wing, you're there more consistently. The cafeteria, normally the way it works is we have kids line up right at the bell. Everyone gets served, but the line can get long. So we tell students to check your schedules, and if you have a class down in this area that's close to lunch, that might be a good day to order your lunch. Our cafeteria does accept debit, and they also accept cash. I know that there's a website that they have that's linked to our website that lists all their food and prices, and it's just kind of a nice thing to have on a cold day to have a nice hot lunch.
Well, grade 7s, that's the end of the tour for now. If you have any questions about anything that I mentioned or anything at all, just use the information below and reach out. We can't wait to see you, and we'll see you, I'm sure, at some transition activities as we get closer to coming back together for school. And we're wishing you a very healthy and happy summer. Well, grade 7s, that's all there is for this part of the tour, but I'm sure we'll get to see each other again really soon. Hopefully there'll be some transition activities as we come closer to coming back together for school. Until then, if you have any questions, just use the information below, and we're wishing you a safe and healthy summer.